University of Dayton, who performed a beautiful ceremony. He has no idea how important he's been to me and Deb these last few years, and we truly want to thank him for that. Thank you, Father Kip. We just need to get your mass schedule for every Sunday. We also want to thank our planners, Jenna and Chantel, our photographer, the caterers, our florist, and all the other vendors for their hard work in making such a great celebration. Thanks to our good friend Frank Ferrante for helping plan the after party. All right. And finally, thanks to Deb for coordinating many details these last few months to make sure today goes smoothly. I think it's turning out okay. Well, let's talk about our bride and groom. When Lib was little, she and I were pretty inseparable. We shared many interests and had a similar sense of humor. I used to quiz Libby on the list of teams in each of the NFL's 8 divisions. We used to watch The Office together and never missed a chance to watch the Birdcage on rerun television. Once Libby learned how to read, she always had a book in her hand. And to this day, she travels with a collection of books at all times, and I'm sure she has half a dozen books in her car right now. In addition to her great sense of humor, Libby has shown herself to be independent, artistic, and a little quirky. At age 2, her standard order at Skyline was a bowl of chili with onions, no spaghetti. When she was a few years older, maybe 4th grade or so, on a snow day, Libby created Isabella's Restaurant in our house. She was the head chef, the maitre d', and the server. She even designed the menu. She may have allowed Sarah to be her sous chef, but I can't remember that for sure. Then in high school and college, Libby began creating beautiful artwork, including weavings, clothing, crocheted items, and soft sculpture. It was in high school that Libby and Tommy met. I believe Julia provided that introduction. We met Tommy sometime during their junior or senior year. We knew Libby and Tommy were friends, but didn't realize just how special they were until about the time Libby was getting ready to head off to the School of Art Institute of Chicago. It was pretty clear that Libby was having a hard time leaving Tommy behind. Libby stayed a semester in Chicago, but returned to Dayton by Christmas time in 2015. Her true love stayed in Ohio. Once Libby was back in Dayton, she decided to transfer to the Art Academy of Cincinnati. She graduated in 2019 with a Bachelor of Fine Arts. She now is working at the Cincinnati Public Library and has recently started a Master of Library and Information Science program. And I think she wants to be an archivist, if I'm not mistaken. And during this time, Libby and Tommy have been inseparable. We've known Tommy for about 9 or 10 years, and we trust him implicitly. Tommy is loving, kind, and thoughtful, especially towards Lib. We've seen this on many occasions, even when Tommy had no idea we were observing. There have been a few times when we felt the need to be with Lib during difficult situations, but for some reason or another, we couldn't be with her in person. But when we couldn't be there, we knew that Tommy was there and Libby was in good hands. We also know how hardworking and industrious Tommy is. For as long as we've known him, Tommy's had at least one job, sometimes 2 or 3 at the same time. Currently, he's finishing up his Bachelor and his Master's of Fine Arts at the Art Academy of Cincinnati, all while being a full-time employee at the school. Tommy's also an accomplished artist. He recently completed a 4-month artist in residency at the Dayton Art Institute, where his installation was a great success. We also attended his concluding lecture, which was outstanding. And if you couldn't tell, we love Tommy. Thank you, Cynthia and Tom, for raising the extraordinary man, and thank Libby for bringing Tommy into our family. We're fortunate that each of our kids have found a great life partner. I want to end my comments with a new family tradition, a haiku, that Libby started this tradition at Sarah's wedding last year. So please lift your glass. Libby and Tommy, loving, caring, free spirits, we wish you the best.
The public speaking. So bear with me. I'm going to read directly from my phone. Hang on. Is it good? No? Okay. I wanted to start with a thank you. Thank you to everyone who traveled near and far so that we could all be together to celebrate these two very special people. I know that they and our parents are very grateful for your presence. We have such a wonderful community here today that have helped mold Libby and Tommy and that continue to support them today. Thank you to Cindy and Tom. Thank you to Cindy and Tom. Thank you. Thank you to Cindy and Tom for hosting us Friday night. And thank you, Mom and Dad, for executing another amazing wedding. All of your time, effort, and love is so evident and appreciated. Libby, I can't believe you and Tommy are married. Married for a second time. But seriously, my baby sister is married, and this is only hard. This is only hard to believe because I still picture you as my little brainiac sister binge reading the Harry Potter series in the sunroom. As many of you may or may not know, this was always independently done by Libby. No coercion or bribes were ever necessary for Lib to read, unlike Ben and I. She was a reading enthusiast, to say the least, which only makes sense why she's actively layering her art degree with a library sciences master's degree. I'll always cherish all of my memories with you, from sharing a room together, staying up late, reading Nancy Drew, to playing house, playing with dolls, Barbies, to crashing whatever action-packed game Ben was playing with friends or cousins that he let us join in on. To driving around laughing through high school, staying up way too late watching movies or prank calling friends, and growing up playing sports together. You'll always be my best friend and sister, no matter how much time has passed or whatever happens in life. I'll always be here for you. I'm so proud of the person you are. You love fiercely, you live authentically, and you always look out for the underdog. You make this world a better place. Thank you for all of our laughs and your constant presence in my life. Tommy. Tommy, you're such a wonderful person also. I feel so lucky to have known you for as long as I have. You've felt a part of our family for a while now, but we are so glad it's officially official. Grateful to have shared memories with you and Lib driving around in high school and laughing about who knows what. Thank you for being such a wonderful partner to Libby, as I know she is to you. Thank you for taking care of her and truly loving her unconditionally. I couldn't ask for anyone better for my sister to spend the rest of her life with. Please also know I'll always be here for you too, Tommy. And to close, sorry, no poem. I browsed the internet for a quote. I just wasn't impressed, so I knew neither of you would be impressed by what I was finding. So my only advice is to forgive often and laugh often. I know this is the second go around, but soak this day up. Allow yourselves to receive all the love that people have for you. Moments like these are what life is all about. I love you both. And with all that being said, if you could please join me in raising a glass in honor of the lovely couple. Cheers to Libby and Tommy.
I've known these two for a while. Huh? Am I okay? Okay. Well, I've known these two for a while. I've known Tommy since middle school, and from there we've been very, very good best friends. And I didn't introduce them, but I was I was very, very protective over Tommy. And when we met, basically, well, when I met Libby in sophomore year, I was like, it's perfect. And these two will be together forever. And I'm just so happy that they are, and that they're both my best friends. So I kept something short, but it's a little something. All right, for Tommy and Libby. Today we have the amazing honor of celebrating the love between Tommy and Libby. Personally, when I think of the phrase soulmate, they are the ones that first come to mind. It's no surprise that their bond and partnership runs so deep when you stop to consider who they are as individuals. Libby, who is fiercely loyal, intelligent, empathetic, and incredibly loving, met Tommy, who is authentic in every way, creative, sincere, and passionate. These qualities only scratch the surface of who they are individually, but together they truly make each other shine. To me, they embody the concept of true love in its purest form. They are best friends, as well as devoted lovers. From the moment they met, I think the universe agreed that their souls would be intertwined forever. And we are so lucky to be in the presence of such a legendary union. Today is only a milestone in your gorgeous life that you both will have been leading together, and I can't wait to see what else the future will hold. Here's to Tommy and Libby. You both are my heroes, and I love you both eternally. Congratulations.
I'm Tommy's best man, older brother. Didn't write anything down. I'm just going to speak from the heart. Hopefully everything goes well. Feel free to laugh if you hear anything funny. So me and Tommy are pretty close in age, about 3 years apart, 2 of 4. So naturally, me and him are pretty close. Grew up together, so, you know, me and Tommy got into a lot of different stuff, and I can't really talk about most of the stuff, but I will just talk about Tommy and the person that he is. And I want to first start, creativity. Tommy, takes time out, works with young individuals, to help them, pursue their passion in art. Very admirable, job. And it kind of started at a very young age. And, growing up in Waynesville, we went to Warren County Fair and participated in the talent show that my sister won on a regular basis. And at the very young age, Tommy decided, I'm going to get involved. And he did a nice number to a very famous song, Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. From the very beginning, he had 2 moves, came out with the high heels on, and then proceeded to do 2 minutes worth of cartwheels. I counted about 50 in there, and the whole time, I just laughed. But, I saluted the young man, and when I went up to him, why didn't you try something else? He came right back up to me and said, I didn't see you up there. So, from the very beginning, he is a brave and driven individual. This man went to college before he could even go. He moved to Oakland for a semester. I don't know many people here that takes on that kind of challenge moving across the country, but it just shows, the guts that he has and the man he is. Later in life, bought a home at 21 years old. At that age, for me, I was still going to parties and doing stupid crap, as a young kid, and he's just matured and he's, blossomed into just a beautiful soul that he is today. I couldn't be more proud than he is. I just love the man, and I wish nothing but the best for him. So, right, high school started sweethearts. You don't see that a lot today, right? High school sweethearts, but it didn't start that way. It started as very good friends, which is very healthy. And I remember the first time meeting Libby, I was, man, she's very, very quiet. And as time went on, she started to voice her opinion. She got more comfortable. She started to talk more. And I was like, she is just like Tommy. She is a very strong woman, and she is confident but caring. You know, Tommy supports her, but I think of it the other way. She supports him in everything, and I've never seen him happier than when he's with her. So I couldn't, be happier for the both of them, but I'm so grateful that she came into my brother's life. I don't know where he'd be right now without her. So with that, I want to end on a toast to these two lovebirds, to Libby and Tommy, everyone. Here, here.